Two long-term contraceptives, which currently cost hundreds of dollars, will now be fully funded by the government, a change being described as life-changing for some women. Pharmac has announced it will fund the Mirena and Jaydess IUD devices from November, which can also be used to treat heavy menstrual bleeding and endometriosis. The change is expected to benefit more than 20,000 women. Nita Blake-Persen reports.
Around 40% of all pregnancies in New Zealand are estimated to be unplanned. The younger a woman is, the more likely it is the pregnancy will be unplanned. But it's hoped that a boost in funding for more long-term contraceptive options will help bring that statistic down. The intrauterine devices, or IUDs, Mirena and Jaydess, are now to be fully funded without any restrictions. Jackie Edmund, the Chief Executive of Family Planning, says that will make a huge difference to many women.
Previously it was around $350, which is a huge cost for some people. And so this makes a big difference from our perspective in terms of equity and choice for women. And it will, there's lots of people out there that this would work really well for.
She says the IUDs, which are both inserted into the uterus and release the hormone levonorgestrel, are some of the best forms of contraception out there. They've been described as fit and forget contraceptives because they last between 3 and 5 years and are 99% effective. They can also be used to treat heavy menstrual bleeding, endometriosis and endometrial hyperplasia.
There's lots of people that would work, which is going to work well for them, and lots of the women who have them currently are older women because of those issues with heavy bleeding. But certainly younger women will get great benefits from Mirena and Jaydess, and of course for many women they will end up not having periods, which is a huge benefit.
Pharmac's acting medical director Ken Clark says they've been wanting to fund the devices for at least 18 months.
We've had strong advice from our clinical experts and of course a lot of requests from women and members of the public about funding these devices, and we're really pleased we're at the stage where we can do so.
Women's Health Action General Manager Isis Mackay says the funding is long overdue. She says while it's great the IUDs will be more available, there will still be some costs which could act as a barrier for those who need them.
Although the overall price per person will be reduced, that cost will still be a barrier to many because they'll still need to cover the sometimes hefty costs of insertion and removal and whatever follow-up appointments might be necessary. And those can range from, fairly reasonable to up to $120 or more per procedure.
Isis Mackay is hopeful those costs can also be subsidised.
There are many programs and initiatives around the country where DHBs and other providers have programs in place to actually cover the costs of the insertion and removal. So further sort of reducing that barrier for people. However, at the moment, in a lot of the cases, this remains quite an untested system. So it'll be interesting to see how those programs react to a potential increase in uptake.
Both devices will be fully funded from November 1st. For Checkpoint, I'm Nita Blake-Persen.